Hey folks, welcome to another VR video. Today I'm using a couple of very old devices. The ones that I have on my face right now are the Virtual IO eyeglasses, and I'm about to play some classic Nintendo on them. And right now, what I can tell you is the screen in front of me, first of all, is black and white, which I'm not sure is the way that these glasses were intended. When I purchased them, I purchased a couple of sets of them, one of which doesn't seem to be operable at all. The other is operable, but is only appearing in black and white. Now, black and white is okay for the retro gaming that I'm about to do. I'm just playing a little bit of classic Nintendo right now. I'm going to do this one-handed, so I should probably play a game that I can play without any issues. And I don't know if you'll be able to hear what I'm about to play, but I'm going to try to get this up and running. So there's Arkanoid. I'm just using a standard Xbox 360 gamepad connected to a Raspberry Pi with running RetroPie. And I'm only going to play for a second just to see how this works. Now, I'm fairly sure you're also not seeing what I'm seeing. You're probably just seeing the outside of some glasses, which is kind of a cool feature. All right, so I've got the Arkanoid start screen up. And the audio is very low, but you may be able to hear it. It sounds great in the attached headphones that I'm currently using now. Strangely enough, I don't know if I just don't have my controller mapped correctly or what the situation here is, but I can't move the paddle. So this is going to end a little bit sooner than I expected, because I guess I didn't map the controller properly in RetroPie. But I'm going to attach a image of just the RetroPie Nintendo screen here, so you can see what the image quality is like with the glasses. Now, the other interesting thing is these glasses also have a way to, instead of having it look almost like an augmented reality floating screen in front of me, I can put this privacy screen in front of it right here. And it actually clips into the glasses. I'm not going to fully clip it in, but I can tell you, I can no longer see the phone. I can still see downward the world around me, but I can't see anything other than the screen really directly in front of my vision. So this little kind of sunglass definitely helps with the image quality being a more private setting as opposed to, like I said, right now it kind of looks like a black and white image in an augmented reality world. So I can see my hand, I can see the phone in front of me recording, but otherwise I just see and hear the Nintendo Entertainment System attract screen. I'm going to turn the volume up. Let's see if you can hear that a little bit better. It's playing a demo video of Arkanoid. And what I'll do in just a moment is actually switch to that demo video in the glasses so you can see that. So this kind of through the lens video is not going to do this justice at all. But you can see as I pan around, there's kind of a black and white image of the gameplay. And it's out of focus because of my cell phone camera, really, not because of the image inside. It's pretty sharp in the glasses. So right in the midst of trying to film the clip with this little privacy shield on, the screen went blank again, and I don't even get a black and white image anymore on the eyeglasses. Now, the eyeglasses I bought, I paid $35 for. I got two sets. I got this nice set here, and I got this other set. Neither set right now are functional, and I suspect it's one of two things. Either these little boxes that connect to the eyeglasses right here Um, Either these boxes are no longer functional, or just not working properly, or the box that I'm using is an HDMI to RCA box, which works great with my Sony Glasstron, which I'm going to actually be putting in next in the video so you can see a little bit of footage from that. But maybe it's just not powerful enough to push to, or too powerful for the virtual IO eyeglasses. Keep in mind the eyeglasses are supposed to be full color, and for some reason I was only getting a black and white image from these when they were functional. Alright, so now I am playing on the Sony PLM-A35 Glasstron. This also came out in 1995. Again, I've got it hooked up to the same setup, but it does display a full color display. The audio solution is a little bit less fidelity. It's a earbud based solution, which is good if you're trying for privacy. It hooks up to this little box right here. What I'm going to try to do is increase the volume. Yeah, there's not a lot of volume increase because again, this is intended for personal use. And they actually use them on airlines and trains and things of that nature. It was pretty popular in Japan and also in some parts of Europe. So again, I'm going to show you through the lens of this Arkanoid attract mode screen so you can see a little bit about how this works. And I do have some images that I will share as well. Now this one doesn't have the kind of translucent AR pass-through that the eyeglasses has. It is just kind of closed off in front of me. So I do have just a screen in front of me at this point as opposed to seeing the world. Obviously I can see the world around me. Looking downward, upward, left and right, I can see things, but I do have a nice screen in front of me that really no one else can see, which is kind of cool. Again, my cell phone camera is pretty terrible at keeping things in focus. But as you can see, pretty good full color image of Arkanoid playing on the Nintendo Entertainment System. It's a much more vibrant image than the eyeglasses. Now, again, I have to say, eyeglasses are a product that when I received it was already damaged and not working the way that I intended. So I can't really judge if the color spectrum is better, but the comfort on the Sony outside of the audio solution being a little poorer is definitely better. And I would say that the audio on the Sony, while it's a little bit more private, outside of the comfort of the headphones is actually better as well. So the Sony Glasstron PLM-A35, I spent around $60 on these. Both of these products were hundreds of dollars. I think the Sony was around $1,000 here in the United States. The Glasstron doesn't have any type of head tracking. It is strictly purely a viewer where you're looking at things directly in front of you. The eyeglasses, in addition to having that kind of pass-through mode where you can put the privacy filter on it, or just have it so that you can actually peer through the screen, also had a head tracker. The eyeglass kit that I got has the head tracker and the PC kit with it, but unfortunately it doesn't work with any of my current modern PCs. I may revisit the eyeglasses if I can figure out a way to get them working, but I think I spent $35 and busted out on that. They're still cool looking from a sci-fi history piece, but the Glasstron is something I can actually build out a portable rig with. I have this connected, like I said, right now to two other devices. So the Glasstron was connected to this device here, which is an HDMI to AV, which takes an HDMI signal from this Raspberry Pi 3.3B right here and connects to the Glasstron unit here, which the wire then goes up to the Glasstron. So this little box was around $8 on Amazon. Raspberry Pi is around $35. I paid $60 for the Glasstron. Now the Glasstron does, in this little box, have the ability to add a battery right here, actually. So I could, hypothetically, build a portable rig that uses all of these pieces. So if you see a guy at a trade show wearing all of this, with all of that other stuff in a fanny pack, it's probably me. I didn't spend a whole lot of money on these devices, and I'm super happy, especially with the Glasstron. I've played some PlayStation 4 on it, I've played some of this RetroPie stuff on it, and I feel like it's definitely a worthwhile investment for a piece of history, and also to see what existed back in 1995 and how it's starting to come back into the market today. So, again, just this past week at Augmented World Expo, Qualcomm announced a bunch of XR viewers. And you know what those are? They're very similar to this device that I'm wearing on my face right now. Just way more advanced, way more technologically superior. All of those things that are connected to this device are now built in probably to those XR viewers, or they have a single tether to a much smaller unit. Either way, I've really enjoyed this look at the Virtual IO eyeglasses and the Sony Glasstron. If you've enjoyed this video, I certainly encourage you to go out there and check out some VR for yourself. Until next time, I'm going to go play some retro games on my Sony Glasstron, and I'll be back with more VR content soon.